Control F5, take a look at what we did. Now on element 9, we create a button called Save File. Open a file, make changes to the paragraph, then press Convert Text to output line scripts. Press the element 9, the Save File button to select a text file to hold the result text. Get back to element here. Comment out element 9. It is an element, right? That means we can copy element 7 or element 4 because they are both buttons, right? Here, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Copy that, but it's not element 7. It should be element 9, right? The text should not be convert text, but save to a file. I won't use the convert command. Instead, I use a command called save file. Remember, whenever you create an element command, it triggers a click event. So we get back to the click event and look for a name that corresponds to the command. Define save file, colon. Just pass it and let me show you what we did. Alright, once we get this done, make sure element 9 is within the layout section. Instead of working on the save file function, here, save it and show you how it looks. Control F5. Element 9 becomes a button saved to a file, but when you click it, nothing happens as we didn't finish. Close it first. Here, the command save file is linked to this save file function above. The save file function just grabs whatever text input from element 8. Let me call it input text. This input text gets text from element 8. How? Simply look for element 5 above. Here you see .get, right? The way we get element 5 is exactly the same as we do for element 8. So simply get double quote and start from the first space to the end. The input text is done. Then we need to save to an output file. It can be named whatever you like. The output file is equal to a file dialog. So where is this file dialog? If you take a look at the function openFile, which we talked about in a previous video, that file dialog is the same as this file dialog. But element 5 is followed by as open file name, open a file name, whereas we save a file name this time. So we .as save as file name. Open it. Since we save as a text file, we can copy from the open file. File types. Copy that. Ctrl V, paste it here. It's not there yet. The default extension can be set, so comma default extension. By default, we save as text and then set the initial directory. That's the drive that shows up when you open the file dialog. Let's say you type D drive, but usually I won't set it here. Let me comment it out. Since I don't know how the client machine reads my script, I usually leave it by default. Usually it will be C drive. Here I just show it. In case if you need it, simply uncomment this. But here I just comment it out. For title, my dialog box is called Save As. See if it's closed. That means what you decide to save. Here we need to specify how to save a file. Let's call it F output file. It simply opens my output file, which we already did in this file dialog box. Comma is in writing mode. Then F output file dot. That means after we open a file, write. What are we going to write? Here I put a F string. We type F followed by a single quote. Inside that, we type a curly brace to hold a variable. So what's this variable? The answer is this input text. Remember, close your output file, open a file, write to it, and then close. Save and see if it works. Control F5. Just open an English file. The English text example is output here. Then hit Convert Text. Oops, can't convert as this area isn't filled in. So let's pick English, Convert Text. Let's say if I want to save this to a file, I hit the button Save to a file. Yup, it pops up. So you see this Save As is the same as the title text here, right? The save type is text file. Let me save to my USB F drive, call it English output, something like that. Save it and open. See if I get the file saved. English output. There we go. Let me try save a Chinese text. Get rid of this. Let me try. Open this Chinese output file. Nothing. I think it might be the encoding issue. Let me see how to fix it. Close it first.